Welcome back to Ken Cutters, thank you for tuning in. Today we do a little clean up video and we're going to clean up these two old Sheffield stockmans. This one is a tailor's eyewitness. You probably won't see it, I've got it on the reverse camera on my phone. But yeah, it's just your normal stockman with your spay blade. All the blades are in good condition, all got good snap. And this one is a Lockwood Brothers. Blades are in pretty good condition. That one's probably been reprofiled a bit, looks a little bit short, but it's still very good working order. All got good snap. So we haven't got to do anything other than just give them a clean. Make them, see if we can get them up like no money. And then I'll show you what sandpaper I use and how I clean them up. Someone kindly gifted me this, a family member. I usually do all my polishing by hand, but for time's sake, this is a handy tool to have if you're cleaning knives. Right, stay tuned and we'll get cracking on. Now I'm going to start sanding, and I'll start at the 240 and I'll start wet sanding on the 800, then that one goes up to 1200, and I've got a bit of 2500 I use for finishing off. You see the shine's coming up a bit now. I'll stop the video now. I won't go because the sanding's a long process, so I won't go all the way through the video with the sanding, otherwise it just bore you all to death. I'll come back and show you how I wet sand in a minute, but it will be nice and shiny soon. So I've got my bowl of water here, just water. I'm just going to put it down there. I'm going to sit on this chair, I'm going to put the water down near my feet. Find a bit of 400 grit. Right, and I don't put the knife in the water, I put the sandpaper into the water. Just like that, so it's wet. And then I'll go over the knife. And then this is, you spend the most of the time on the 240 grit, because that's what gets your all your scratches and that out, and then this wet sanding gives you the finish you want. Just keep dipping that in. See, these knives are made of carbon steel, so you keep drying it as you go and give it a good dry out at the end. Get a hairdryer over it or whatever, go over it with a cloth. Right, I've been sanding probably for about 2.5 hours. It's all looking a bit shinier now. And now we're going to get them on the buffing wheel, buff them all up, polish them up, and the next time you'll see me is when we're indoors and we're having a talk about the knives. About that, my daughter just come in, just come over to the stall. Right, here we are, we're back indoors and they're all buffed up and shiny. And then I'll give them a wipe down, getting the excess polish off them. Just with the microfiber cloth. Down in that. And blades will come up nice and shiny. Hasn't got every scratch out, I'm no expert, but it's got them up nice. Give them all a wipe down. Down in the joints. Left a bit of patina on there. It's nice and shiny. You can just see himself in there. We're keeping it with an old knife, but just shine it up and clean it up a bit. Then we'll have a little talk about them. There we go. Right, by looking at them two, you'd think they're made by the same company, wouldn't you? Very similar. I would have thought they're made in the same era. This one's a Tailor's Eyewitness. You've got them brass bolsters. brass liners, so I'm assuming they're made in the 60s/70s probably. I wouldn't have thought they're any older than that. And then you've got your clip point. And then your tailors with the eye and the witness. Stamped on the clip point and the sheep's foot blades. Then your spade blade. And that's got made in England on there. I've still got to put a bit of an edge on these. When you put them on the buffing wheel, it does dull the edge. I'll just put them on a stone and then a strop. Carbon steel is quite easy to sharpen, isn't it? You've got your brass liners and your carbon steel back springs. Good snap. And it is a nail breaker, as you can see. It has broke my nail. Good snap on them blades. Nice UK made Stockman. They're well made. And this one is the Lockwood Brothers one. You can just make that out and that tang stamped out. On this one you've got that clip point blade. And this one may have been shorted down a bit. But it's still a good sized blade on there. You can see they've come up nice and shiny. And then you've got your sheep's foot blade. Not sure, yeah, that had a bit of tang stamp on there as well. They're a bit worn away. And you've got your spade blade, which is more like a drop point. Well, I would call that a drop point more than a spade blade, I think. It has got a slight little kick coming down here. And that one's stamped as well. Good snap. So yeah, two nice Sheffield made Stockman knives. You don't come across them that often. All cleaned up. Thank you everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you all watching. Be sharp. Be safe. God bless. Thank you everybody. Goodbye.